an AFC clash to kick off Week 10. Baltimore looks to make it 4 in a row over Miami, who they've outscored a whopping 137-16 in the last 3 meetings. It's the Ravens and Dolphins on Thursday night.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 13th NFL season now. It's Matthew Stafford.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. They credit that sack to Robert Quinn. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Anthony Miller, 89 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Takes it at the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. Leading him out, the rookie from Ohio State at 22 years of age, it's Justin Fields.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Fields' throw here pulled in by Galladay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball is thrown.
He'll fire this one deep for Hearns. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Play action, Stafford. This goes out right to Doyle. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Throwing again is Stafford. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. There's the stiff arm. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
The kick by Carlson is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. Now a first down throw, Fields. Being chased out left. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a hole to avoid the contact. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. To throw is Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Fields. Forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Penei Sewell, the 7th overall pick, hit with a penalty there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. A shotgun snap, Fields. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why
they
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. Touchdown, Dolphins! Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is. They had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Extra point by Carson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. From the 10. And he returns this to the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now it's Fields. And that is incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing right at his own 5-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. And now let's look at the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in our player spotlight. And really a solid group effort. I mean, the montage focuses on him, and rightfully so, but it's been a good job of a team to get this lead.
I'm with you totally on that. I love the observation. Offensive line and people having to protect him, they've really been in sync and been on point. How about the guys going out and catching the ball? Well, the receivers, the running backs, everyone is involved today. And what we're watching right now is really a beautiful team effort, isn't it?
Absolutely. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing is Stafford. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Third and long. It's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach Can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running left, it's Barkley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Fields. And that is incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw caught by Sanders.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here, as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
2nd and 10. Fields again. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's got room. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43.
Off play action, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack on first down, Fields. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Fights through him. Able to power through. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Fields on first down. Looking for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. To throw again on second down. Fields. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, here's Fields. To Michel on the dump off. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Rosa's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Fields now to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And that'll set him back 5. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Second and 5 now. Fields to Barkley on the check down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Third down, Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. On first down, Fields. And Graham's got it, complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Looking to throw again on second down. Fields.
toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Fields. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. And that's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. Fields. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Rosa's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble, then recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. And this kick,
and he's taken down back at his own 7. Olivier Vernon in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
He'll get this one to Galladay. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Rashawn Gary. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
And now This throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Good games all over the screen there, one being at MetLife Stadium. A big one for the Jets as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Then, on Sunday night, two longtime rivals, one new stadium, Chiefs and Raiders from Las Vegas. That'll kick off at 8:20 Eastern Time. Next, they look at the next-gen stats for the Ravens in that first half, and despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Raven offense set to start this third quarter, and they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Barkley. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
And this is going to be incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now Stafford. It's Miller, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. DJ Swearinger, a sack on the safety blitz. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Stafford. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
That's our ball, baby. Go in.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes this out and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 39, Fields. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. On third down, Barkley uses the stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
The connection made. It's Graham. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Back to throw. Fields. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off around the 27. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Stafford. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down and close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start.
From his goal line here, Fields.
And he finds his tight end, Graham.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there taken in by Smith.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. A handoff to Barkley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And his pass incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
To throw is Fields.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 44, Fields. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On second down, here's Barkley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
6 yards left on second down. Out of the gun, Fields.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. That catch good for only a couple. Throwing again on second down. Fields. Touchdown! Jimmy Graham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Miami set to take over. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
On first down, Stafford here. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd down and 3.
They'll run with Barkley. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Fields now to throw.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Romeo Okwara racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
They run with Hines. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, here's Stafford. Under pressure, they got him again. Tyson Alualu
He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Gets around him.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
A shotgun snap for Stafford.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Now it's Fields.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Ndamukong Suh, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Stafford's throw here taken in by Knox.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, and that is caught. Touchdown! And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
Carlson now to add the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown and the ever-critical extra point. So it is a 1-point lead here in the final minute of action. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So the Ravens now down by 1. And time, a huge factor. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. They'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He'll look to throw.
Pass complete, Galladay.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Smith.
And they will get the conversion on 4th down to stay alive, but time, not an ally.
And it's complete, right back in the hands of Smith.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Back to throw. This is complete. Finds his man, Hearns. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. To return, here's Agnew. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Ravens, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.